Hello, welcome back. We are now looking at from, to, since, for, during, and while. Okay, from and to, they normally go together in a sentence. So this summer I will go on holiday from the 14th of August to the 26th of August. From the origin of time to the destination of time. It can also mean of physical space. I will drive from Malaga to Madrid next week. Since this suggests the starting point of time for something. Normally it's used in the present perfect. I have been living in my house since August last year, for example. For describes a period of time. So I have lived in my house for 10 months. So we describe the actual period of time, not the point of time which it started, as in using since. During. This is a tricky subject because during and for, I think it's the same in Spanish, durante. Okay? So during is more an ambiguous period of time. So during summer, I will visit my friends. So it's a period of time, but we don't state when it happens exactly. And while. This is usually reserved for when two things are happening at the same time. While I am teaching a class, my friend is riding his bicycle. It also has a few different other meanings which we will look at later on in the book. Okay, let's look at the exercise and some examples in just a moment. Hello, welcome back. We are looking at from, to, since, for, during, and while. We have some ideas at the bottom, so there are many ways which you can answer this, but just look at the grammar structures as we go through them, and I will give you some idea. Okay? So, from and to. Your last meeting at work. My last meeting at work was from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I haven't had a meeting since then. The meeting was for 1 hour. And during the meeting, we spoke about many things. And while I was in the meeting, my friend was in the park. All right. So we have the first example just to get some idea of what structures we use for each of these. Okay. Last weekend. My last weekend, naturally, was from Friday to Monday because I had an extra day off. And I haven't relaxed since then. My weekend was for 3 days. During the weekend, I went to the beach. While I was at the beach, my colleagues were working. This class is from 3 o'clock to 3:30. I haven't had a class since last week. The class was for 30 minutes only. During the class, I learned many things. While I was in class, my boss was in the office. The last World Cup final. The last World Cup final was from, I'm not sure, it's from like July or something to, no, June to July. It's not the final really, but just to get an idea. I haven't watched football since the previous World Cup. The World Cup lasted for a few months. During the World Cup, I watched many matches, and while I was watching many matches, my friends were supporting another team. Okay, so I was supporting England, naturally, and also Spain in this championship. Okay, your next holiday. My next holiday will be from the 1st of August to the 20th of August. I haven't been on holiday since last August. The holiday will be for 20 days. During my holiday, I will visit many beautiful places. While I am on holiday, once again, my colleagues will be working. The last party you went to. The last party I went to was from 7 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been to a great party since that particular party. The party was for several hours. During the party, I met several interesting people, and while I was at the party, we spoke a lot. Okay, so two things can happen in the same place in this particular example. University. My university years were from, I don't know, 2005 to 2010, let's say. I haven't studied since. My university course was for 5 years. During that time, I learned many things. And while I was at university, I got a real good idea about life. Your teens. My teens were from 13 to 19, and they lasted for a few years. Since my teens, I have grown up a lot mentally, maybe. While I was in my teens, I got into a little bit of trouble, as teens do. Last summer was, for me, from July to September. Since last summer, I have suffered a very cold winter. The summer was for a few months in Spain, well, actually probably half a year in Spain, and during summer I do many outdoor activities. While I was on holiday last summer, my colleagues once again were working. And this Christmas is, well, in England it's from the 23rd to the 26th of December. Since last Christmas, I haven't received any gifts. The holiday season was for just a few days. I know in Spain it's in January as well, the 6th, in this period of time, but in the UK it's mostly just the 23rd, 24th, 25th and 26th. These are the 4 important days. And while I was visiting my friends last Christmas, my family were cold in England. Okay, thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next subject, which is to two or not to two. That is the question. See you then.